Well, let me play a few more tunes. This is one written about a place down in Texas, in Crockett, Texas, and it's a place with this cool little club and called the Camp Street Cafe. They love music. They love blues. They love folk music. They love Texas music, and the town loves music so much that they all got together and collected money to have a statue of Lightning Hopkins put up outside the club. Because Lightning Hopkins used to play there when he wasn't touring the world. He'd come up to Crockett from Houston, and on a Saturday he'd come up and play the farmer's market. He'd play for tips, and after the farmer's market was over, he'd go to the laundromat and play outside the laundromat for tips. And then after a meal, he'd go to the bar and play for folding money. Right? And he'd usually get a little bit drunk, so he wouldn't, well, a lot drunk, and he wouldn't be able to drive back to Houston. So he'd stay overnight with some of the fine women of Crockett. And on a Sunday morning, if he wasn't too drunk, the Baptist minister would come ask him to play at the church for some more money. Nice. After which he would go home with one of the fine women of Crockett, eat a Sunday meal that couldn't be beat, and then head on his way back to Houston on a Sunday afternoon. So they love Lightning Hopkins there, and they've got this beautiful little statue right in the middle of the town, which is just the coolest thing. And when I first played there, I had no idea the statue was there. When I drove into town, I was just so surprised that they'd have a statue of an acoustic guitar playing blues musician. That was the coolest thing. And now I go back there every year, and it's become more than just a gig. It's become like a destination to go to. And I always like to hang out on the statue. And it's kind of spread to the people that come to my shows, because what happens is after the gig is over, they'll clear out and go across the street to the statue, and there's usually food and maybe a little bit of whiskey and people just hanging out there, and that becomes our sort of social place after the concert. And it's just real cool. So I wrote this song kind of thinking about light in Crockett. I'm going back to Texas to sit at the feet of lightning. Drive that long road where the cotton grows, cross into town from the Trinity. This is where I need to be. I'm going back to Texas to sit at the feet of lightning. To sit at the feet of lightning. Down the hill from the traffic light, well, the Camp Street Cafe will be on your right. Across the way and you will see there is lightning beneath the trees. I'm going back to Texas to sit at the feet of lightning. I've traveled this whole world over, I got friends everywhere I go, but what I need right now can only be found in Texas at lightning's feet. statue of
There's the
lightning
statue.
on that CD booklet. Absolutely.